Tombstone, Arizona Territory, was surrounded by both beautiful and forbidding land into which men often mysteriously disappeared.
Any mail, Bert?
Oh, just your pension check. It's a good thing we get that check of yours every month. We wouldn't be able to operate this hole.
Yeah, it's been anything but a jackpot. Bert, give me a tenth of what I paid for my share of the mine, and I'll go back east where I belong.
Deal's a deal, Cooley. We'll hit pay dirt.
I'm tired. I want out. $300 a month for the rest of my life? What do I want with more? I'm getting out if I have to give it away.
You ain't running out on me. We're partners.
Not in this yarn. I'm leaving, Bert. I won't hold it against you for misrepresenting the mine.
You ain't going nowhere.
What are you gonna do?
I figure to collect $300 every month. Now, give me that check.
You can't cash my checks.
I can write your name as good as you can.
Sheriff Clay Hollister was returning to Tombstone. He heard a distant shot. Could have come from any one of the wild canyons. From any mule deer in the mountains. It could have been a hunter. He rode on. An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone Territory. Late afternoon, August 12, 1881. I had a pretty visitor. Oh, Clay! Clay?
Oh, Harris, what is it?
Come in a minute.
What's trouble?
No trouble that I know of. Miss Nancy Cooley, this is Clay Hollister.
Miss Cooley.
Hello, Mr. Hollister.
Miss Cooley just came west from Philadelphia to locate her uncle, C.J. Cooley.
Oh?
He's my only living relative. He came to Tombstone for his health. How is he?
Oh, well, I haven't seen him recently. He spends most of his time at the Jackpot Mine. He seldom gets into town.
His partner, Bert Foster, usually gets the supplies and picks up the mail.
What kind of a man is Mr. Foster?
Oh, he's a gold miner, an ex-cattleman.
I'm worried about my uncle. He hasn't been answering my letters recently.
Well, that is kind of funny. I've heard him speak of you many times, how he'd like to do something for you if things went well.
Have they?
Well, sometimes old Mother Earth doesn't like to show us where she keeps her valuables hidden.
Mr. Hollister, can you help me get to the mine?
Well, I'd be glad to, but it's quite a distance. It's a little late to start today. I'll get a rig and pick you up tomorrow.
Thank you both. I'll be at Russ' house. Thank you.
Goodbye, Miss Cooley. Ex-cattleman. Well, I guess there's no point in telling her that you arrested Bert Foster for cattle rustling a couple of years ago.
No point. Besides, nothing was ever definitely proved.
A lot of dirt never gets cleaned up. Bert never forgave you for that.
I never forgave myself for not getting him convicted. Be good seeing Bert again.
It'll be good to see Nancy again. Beautiful girl. Of course, you could send her out with one of your deputies. But I guess our sheriff likes his sheriffing.
You could be right.
Cheated you, you old buzzard.
Call again. You back again so soon, Bert?
Had to come in for old Cooley. Fill this.
Yeah, usual sack of flour and sugar, work pants size 38, pound of jawbreakers. Cooley and his sweet tooth, eh?
A box of 45s.
And a box of 45s. I'll get it together.
Hello, Bert. Just coming out to your place.
What for?
Cooley's niece is in town. She wants to see him.
Never heard of any niece.
I thought I'd take her out.
Well, if she wants to see old Cooley, she'll have to wait till he gets back from prospecting. Maybe a week, maybe longer.
Oh? You're not working the jackpot?
Well, that's none of your business, Sheriff. But it ain't unusual for old Cooley to go out looking for new diggings.
Here's everything on Cooley's list, Bert. Jawbreakers and all.
Jawbreakers?
Cooley has them set out by the bushel.
Well, Bert, what do you want me to tell the girl? She may still want me to take her out and have a look around.
Don't, Sheriff. If you don't stop meddling in my affairs, you may just give me the excuse I've been looking for.
You all ready for the trip?
Mm-hmm. I want to see more of Arizona. It's fascinating.
Oh, that's good. And it won't be a waste of time even if we don't see your uncle.
What do you mean?
Oh, Bert said that he'd be gone for a week prospecting.
Prospecting? Well, that really worries me. Unless his health is improved, he wouldn't be able to stand it. He doesn't need the money.
Well, I heard he sunk quite a chunk of it into the mine.
He still has a pension check, $300 a month for life.
That makes him a very valuable asset to Bert.
Beautiful.
What, that sign?
No, Arizona. Complete freedom.
Hop!
babe. Hop. Come on. Hop, 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 hop. Oh, babe.
Could be he doesn't know who we are. You stay put.
Hold your fire, Bert. It's Hollister. I'm coming in with Miss Cooley.
Come ahead.
Well, pitch the rifle. What's up, babe? Oh, babe.
I didn't know it was you, Sheriff. You could have got yourself killed just like any other trespassers.
Well, you're either a bad shot or you're lying.
Has my uncle returned?
No. I told you it'd be a week, maybe longer.
Maybe you'd like to leave a note in the bunkhouse, Nancy.
I'd love to.
Go ahead.
Seems just like Mr. Foster says.
Yeah, looks that way.
I guess I'm foolish to worry about my uncle.
We better get back to Tombstone after I have a talk with Bert.
Clay, why doesn't Mr. Foster like you?
Well, we had some trouble one time. Come on.
Satisfied?
Yeah, I'm satisfied that Mr. Cooley isn't here now. But it seems to me that if a man were going prospecting, he'd sure let his partner know where.
Where do you think he went?
Now, why don't you ask him when he gets back? I ain't curious.
When he does get back, tell him I'm waiting in town.
But he doesn't go to town anymore. Trip tires him out.
Oh? But he's still strong enough to go prospecting for a week.
Well, that's different. When you're after gold.
Yeah.
Anyway, miss, when I see him, I'll tell him.
Don't you mean if you see him?
What are you trying to say, Sheriff?
All I'm saying is that if Cooley doesn't show up soon, I'll be back to find out why.
August 15, 1881. 2 days passed with no sign of C.J. Cooley.
Hi, Harris.
Clay, I've become very interested in Nancy Cooley, too.
Oh?
Well, after all, I am a reporter.
Yeah.
Look at this. I asked her to let me see the last letter she received from her uncle.
And?
I thought there might be some clue. Well, nothing of real importance in any of them, just this one line.
I don't know whether the jackpot will pan out or not, but I'd better stay with it as I'm getting too old to look for new diggings. Yeah, I see what you mean. So you're a pretty good reporter.
Yeah, I know. But Bert Foster isn't telling all he knows.
Yeah, I'd already figured that out. Let's take this over to the bank. Mr. Bradley, did Bert Foster cash Cooley's pension check here a couple of days ago?
Well, he does it often. Anything wrong, Clay?
Maybe. Have you still got the check?
Yeah, it was going east in the mail today. Let's see.
We suspect a forgery, Jim.
Looked all right to me. Took for granted it was Cooley's signature.
What do you think now?
Does look a mite wobbly. Let's check it against his signature when he opened his account. Here someplace. Here it is. Well, now. Does look kind of fishy at that.
That's enough to go on.
Had we better tell Nancy what we suspect?
Oh, his niece. I saw her right out that way this morning, just as I was opening the bank.
Clay reasoned that if Bert had murdered Cooley, he wouldn't hesitate to kill Nancy. Gravely concerned about her uncle, Nancy Cooley had rented a horse early that morning and started for the mine alone. She had a good 3-hour start when Clay rode out in a race against time and death. Noon, August 15, 1881.
Where's the sheriff?
Oh, I thought it best to come alone. Knowing there's bad blood between you two, I didn't tell Clay I was coming. Mr. Foster, I've got to know about my uncle.
I told you he ain't here.
But you must know where he went and if he's all right.
Just what are you after? His money? It's all sunk in that mine. This pension check ain't gonna do you no good, because that stops when he
It
dies.
isn't his money. I came west to be with him, to help him if he needs me.
I don't reckon he needs you.
He does if he's ill.
Old Cooley's the last one in the world who would need a doctor.
Why do you laugh?
Oh, it just struck me as comical. Slip of a girl like you riding all the way out here alone just because she's worried about her uncle. You don't ride very well either, do you?
Why? What about it?
That horse might run away with you. You'll get lost. Miss Cooley, how would you like me to take you to your uncle?
That's why I'm here.
Can't do no harm. Tell you what you do. You go in the bunkhouse and get that sack of jawbreakers while I get a canteen of water. You sure took your time.
I was looking for anything else my uncle might need.
I'll put those in my saddlebag.
I can manage him.
You'll have your hands full with the horse.
I'll manage if you'll help me up.
Where'd you get this?
I thought my uncle had forgotten it.
Old Cooley never used a gun. I even forgot he had one.
How much farther?
It won't be long.
Where's my uncle?
Get down. I'm gonna take you to him.
You're lying.
That's right, I'm lying.
What's happened to him? Tell me.
He's dead.
Dead.
Now I'm gonna have to kill you, too.
But why?
Because no one will know, and old Cooley's pension checks will keep right on rolling in. Of course, I'll make it look like an accident, like your horse ran away and you hit your head on that limb.
No!
Let it go, Bert! Let the girl come out.
Come in and get her.
You've already got a murder charge against you, Bert.
You can only hang me once.
Come on out or I'm coming in after you.
Come on in, but don't shoot. I'm out of shells.
Look out, Clay! He has another gun!
You old son of a gun.
Thanks. I better get him back to Tombstone. I'll come out tomorrow and pick up your uncle's things.
I'll come with you.
We'll have to get Cooley moved up to Boot Hill.
Yeah, I'll send the boys out tomorrow. Your uncle always said he wanted to do something for you, but I'm afraid he didn't leave very much, just these and a jackpot without any gold in it.
He did something for me. He brought me to Arizona.
You really like it?
Then you're not going back to Philadelphia.
There were a lot of people there, but I was all alone in the city.
Well, I'll ride back.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone